We have a great reading coming up. I can feel it. I have not shuffled any of the cards. I'm going to use Nordics, Tasha's, Angels, and St. Michael's. We got four of them here. And Walk This Way. Walk This Way is an Aerosmith song, but they've been screaming it because you guys are doing a great job. You're walking away from anyone toxic, even if you have to take a loss. Okay? They're giving me an example of, let's say that a person was really toxic, but if you left them, you would lose your job, you would lose your house, you would lose your car, your kids, who knows, right? Maybe all of it. And you're like, well, that don't make sense. See, because the matrix programs us that we have to have money and security, and God's saying, here, come here, walk this way. Hey, you, walk this way. Hey You by Pink Floyd, that's a song that was being shouted all last week. So, hey you, walk this way. And don't worry about money. And don't worry about your kids. Your kids were given to you so that you could born them and their soul could have a body. And people take this way too far. You know, they think they have to raise them perfectly, support them, and even when they're adults, they still try to control them. You were the vessel that gave your children their body. And that's really it. I wish people knew that. I've been trying to tell people that my whole life because their children really can wreck them. Okay, so, hey, you, walk this way. All right, what way are we walking? We're going to do a few cards from Nordic Light. Her name's Angel, too. A lot of angels. Okay, so the first card out is patience, patience, and patience, but it's in reverse. All right. So patience in reverse is telling me that we don't have time to wait. I walked away from a situation yesterday that was financially a loss. If you ask my accountant, he's going to say, you are totally crazy and nuts. But you know what? It was spell work, toxic thing that I walked away from. And I'm not going to get into details. But last year, when I tried to walk away from this deal, the accountant was like, that's just totally ludicrous. And I let him have his way, and I let the toxic situation play out a little more, give him more chances, right? We're like so big hearted, aren't we? Well, like I said, they don't change. Toxic people normally don't change. People that are doing spell work and evil, they normally don't change. But we give them a chance so that we can write down, you know what, we did the best we could. We even went the extra mile. So now I will take a financial loss and move forward. Who cares? Okay. Money shouldn't be your driving force. But in the matrix, it is. So that's a good way to tell if you're having matrix thinking or 5D and higher thinking. Okay, so after patience, we have, I want to see if the deck's in reverse. Okay, we have curiosity. Okay, your curiosity killed the cat, but you know what? Satisfaction brought it back. And Steve said curiosity doesn't kill the cat. His not leaping fast enough did. Okay? And I listened to that video because that was really true. You know, it's like I watch a movie and I'll see the girl standing there with the gun telling the guy, I'll shoot, right? And by the time she gets done messing around, he's got the gun from her. Okay? So she needs to not talk, she needs to just shoot, right? And I say that all the time, but of course, we're watching a TV set. Okay? So curiosity. You can use your curiosity to check out different plans, but your patience was in reverse. So we don't want to take long on this. I'm done taking time, and I made my move yesterday. So I don't know if any of you felt yesterday was very intense, I guess would be the word, because all last week I heard, hey, you, and all yesterday I heard, come on, walk this way. Okay, then we have strength. Okay, the strength card is, it's hard to go against the grain. Okay, you were raised to do something one way your whole life, maybe even many lifetimes. And then here I come in and tell you to do it differently. That's hard to do. Okay, that's hard to do because you're so used to doing it one way. Well, I use my blue ribbon banana cake recipe as an example. I keep getting blue ribbons for my banana cake recipe. And you have a banana cake recipe that you've got handed down from grandmas to grandmas to grandmas, and you're not going to change. Oh, no, you love your recipe. But you only get red or green ribbons. Once in a while, you get a blue one, right? Well, I'm asking you to walk this way and try mine. Try it, okay? Try something different. Okay, I think you guys got the energy. I don't want to beat a dead dog. I say that all the time. I don't want to beat a dead dog. And I don't know where that saying came from. I don't even like it. But that's what I hear, and that's what I say. And I love dogs. I spend all my time, energy, money on feeding stray animals and any animals. I love animals. I probably love animals more than people, even though that sounds harsh. Okay, and exactly what I was saying. Somebody has been doing energy sucking, spell work on you, negativities, toxic, right? And that's exactly what was going on. But a lot of times, have you ever heard the saying, give them enough rope and they'll hang themselves? Sometimes you have to give somebody enough rope so that they can hang themselves. And a lot of times you have to give people the benefit of the doubt over and over again, just to make sure, right? Just to make sure. How many times have you said, oh, I should have left that situation a lot sooner? Okay, well, whatever. So the point is now is the time to walk away and not worry about financial or anything physical. Spiritual is the only thing that you want to be focused on. Now, underneath spell work is addictions, alcohol, drugs, sex, and gambling. And that's what these spell work people do. They do a lot of this stuff. Now, there's two sides to this card. One is their side. Their side is that's what they do at night. And that's what they do in their spell work, okay? But the other side of the coin is some of you have things that are still blocking you. So when I say, hey, you walk this way, and I say it's God talking, you're not going to walk towards him all drunk, stoned, lustful. greedy, okay? You may, but he's probably going to have St. Michael jump out in front of you and say, "Hope, nope, can't go no further, but thanks for trying." Okay? So we do need to get rid of our addictions. And also, two sides of the coin. We have fake wearing a mask, 3D ego. That's your toxic situation that you're leaving. But we also have the other side of the card, which is saying some of you have that problem. So I keep getting like a two-way street. Okay. So it's like you can't take the plank out of your brother's eye before you take the plank out of your own. Okay. That's in the Bible. So a lot of times we stay in a situation because we look at our faults and say, well, we're bad. We do this, we do that. You know, I can't blame it all on them, whether it's work or it's a relationship with a spouse, you know, whether it's a job, whether it's your children. And so then you stay because you're looking at your side of it and you're saying, no, I'm just going to stay because, you know, I'm not perfect either. Well, then it comes a point where you keep growing and you keep growing, and they keep falling and they keep falling. And if they don't change, you're going to have to go. Well, guess what? It's go time. Some of you have already gone. And like I said yesterday, I left the last toxic situation that I had to leave yesterday. So no more. There's no more attachments anywhere. We got her done, okay? Now that doesn't mean that more won't come towards me, but what it means is that St. Michael's standing there saying you can't get through, okay? The other ones were already there, okay? So it's like I'm walking and I'm bringing my big backpack of karmic toxic shit. And slowly, slowly, I'm getting rid of it. Slowly, slowly, I'm getting rid of it. Finally, I got one big thing left in my backpack. And it's gone. Okay, so doesn't that feel good? Okay, and on the top of the deck, we have Tower Moment, Sudden Change, Destruction. So just what I said. The backpack fell off. Everybody's behind. I'm walking this way, and St. Michael's letting me straight through. Back there, kaboom, kaboom, over and over and over. Okay, now we're going to go to St. Michael, and we're going to get just a few cards from St. Michael. Yeah, this is great. It feels so freeing. It feels just like that. Like if you had a big backpack on you and you were walking up that mountain, and by the time you got to that top of the mountain, the backpack was open and free and empty. Okay, all these came out. So let's look at them. We've got you're innocent, you did nothing wrong. Okay? Now, when I said that you did some things and that's why you stayed because you weren't perfect, we get that. Okay? But the innocence is just saying that you've leveled up. You got through St. Michael's sword of truth, and now you're walking the path with God. This person didn't. This job didn't. This backpack didn't. Nothing made it that was in that backpack you were carrying. Nothing. And that's what scares you, because how can you go on your trip without your backpack and all the things in it? And God's saying, trust me. He's saying, go forward fearlessly. Let go of fear now. That's what St. Michael's saying. So even if you have to leave with the empty backpack, which you do, it's like the Bible verse, what was that? Where God said, leave everything and just walk to the next house and ask them to help you. I forget where it is in the Bible, but he said, don't bring nothing. Don't bring food, don't bring money, don't bring nothing. Just walk this way. Stay positive. Positive thoughts create positive results. Your inner guidance is trustworthy. So what's it saying? It's saying keep positive and walk forward. When I left that situation yesterday, sense of humor, I was laughing because the matrix and the accountant and everybody thinks so differently than me. And to me, that's a good sign. Because if I'm doing something that all these matrix people think is wrong or crazy, I know I'm on the right track. Like I'm feeling like a mother left her children and her husband, and the matrix says, oh, that's so mean of you, that's so cruel of you, and God's saying, that's the best thing you ever did. Your kids have their own soul and you gave them a body, and your toxic situation was preventing you from growing. So come on, hey, you, walk this way. I'm going to put both of them songs on my playlist. And we're going to do one more here. All right, one more. This will end it up. What are we supposed to hear at the end of this reading? We're supposed to hear that you're divinely guided. How awesome, huh? I love these readings. So just walk forward. That really ends it. I mean, what more can I say? Everything I've just told you to do, and there's the card. And we'll just peek and see what's under it for fun. Wow. Divine love. See? That's what you're walking towards. You're walking towards divine love. Not divine financial, not divine job or family, even though you're going to get all them things. So it's kind of like the paradox of if you give away everything, you're going to get everything back. And that's kind of where I want to leave it here. Get rid of everything so that God can give you new. Even if it means you take a financial loss, you take a physical loss, but never take a spiritual loss. We've been doing that this whole time in the Matrix. So I want to thank everybody that was here. David, Michael, Stefan, Soul Sister, Irene, possibly. I'm not sure if she's here. But I really want to thank you. And I hope you're listening to this message really strongly. Because the people that don't listen, see, this is when I said two sides of the card, two sides of the coin. If you don't listen and you stay in the situation, it's just going to continue to give you tower moments and keep you from your path also. If I would have done this a year sooner and not listened and not gave chances, okay, I could have been freed up a little sooner, right? The backpack could have came off a little sooner, but it wasn't time. God said, no, it's not quite time yet. You know, everything is divinely timed, and that's why we listen to these videos so that we can in tune with the energy. I'm reading the energy. That's what I'm reading. So when I say it's time to take the cake out of the oven, you had best take it out of the oven, because what happens if you leave a cake in the oven? Thank you for listening. I am Miss Mystic.